you're a fan of vintage racing watches, this review is for you. In today's video, we will take a look at Depancel Autosport, a vintage-inspired racing watch from a French company. I'll point out all the positives and the negatives as I find them. My name is Oleg, and that right there is Mr. Bond. Now let's talk about the case dimensions and the specifications. This watch comes in a 316L stainless steel case. It's 39 millimeters in diameter, 46 millimeters from one lug to another. The lug width is 20 millimeters and it's about 12.6 millimeters in case height, although about a millimeter of that comes from the crystal. The finishes on the case are very competent. You have an alteration between high polish and brushed finishes. Majority of the case is satin finished with high polish on the bezel as well as on these chamfered edges. I think the overall quality is pretty good. For this price point, this watch is around 750 USD. Now, one of the things that Depancel does with all of their watches, by the way, this is the third model that I'm reviewing from this French company, is this plaque on the side of the case. I know some people will not like it, some people do like it, but it's one of their signatures. At the back of the watch, you will find a display case back. It's held together with screws. It's not a screw down case back. So the water resistance is slightly compromised, 5 atmospheres or 50 meters of water resistance. It's okay for this type of a watch, although I would prefer 100. The crown is located at the 3 o'clock position. It features another one of Depancel signatures, with it being in this hexagon shape and having an orange highlight in the center. I really like the design of it, although in practice, operating it is not as easy as it would be with a conventional round crown, but the sacrifice is not too bad. You can still operate it fairly easily. Then at the 1 o'clock position, you have a pusher, and this is the pusher to operate a month's indicator, because even though this watch looks like a chronograph, it looks like a mono pusher chronograph, in reality, this is a calendar. So for some people, that's going to be a positive. For others, it's going to be a negative. I hear both arguments whenever I review a watch like this. On one hand, a racing chrono makes a lot of sense. On the other hand, having a calendar is a lot more useful for majority of people in everyday life. So the month indicator is located at the 3 o'clock position. Then at the 9 o'clock position, you have days of the week. And of course, at the 6 o'clock position, there is a date wheel. And that's one of my big negatives with this watch. The date wheel is misaligned. You can see in the footage here that it's skewing to the left, and it's annoying the hell out of me. Sometimes these little details can drive you crazy, and in this case, it is driving me crazy. I really wish that it wasn't misaligned, but hey, sometimes things like this happen. So if you do buy one of these watches, check your date wheel, make sure it's aligned perfectly, and if it's not, you can contact the company and I'm sure they'll send you a different model. Now, as far as the dial itself goes, I am a big fan. This is the limited edition to 200 pieces. They also have a couple of other versions of this dial, the silver one and the blue one. This one is by far my favorite. I like the interplay of silver and blue. It is kind of a complicated dial, but at the same time, pretty straightforward and easy to read. You have applied indexes for hour marks, the Depancel shield at the 12 o'clock position. It's their logo. It also acts as one of the indexes. You have an orange seconds hand and orange sub-seconds hand, and it's the same color of orange as the writing on the dial and as the accent on the crown. Overall, the styling of this watch really appeals to me. I think they paid a lot of attention to small details. If it wasn't for this misalignment on a date wheel, I would give it sort of 10 out of 10 for styling, but because of that, it's probably something like 8 out of 10. This model comes on this blue racing strap with orange stitching to match the color accents on the dial and on the crown. There's perforation for breathability on the wrist, and overall the quality of the strap is excellent. I wore this strap for a few weeks and it held up pretty well. You can't really see too much of the stress, so in my opinion, that's a good sign. There's also a little Easter egg. You can see a little French flag on the strap, which is a cool touch from the company. And also you can choose this watch to have a pin buckle or to have a deployant clasp, and there is a slight price difference. I think the deployant clasp is something like $30 more, so it depends on your preference. You can choose which one to go for. And on the wrist, the strap is really comfortable. On my 7¼ inch wrist, I think the watch wears really well. You don't want these watches to be overly large because it's sort of vintage inspired, and back in the day, the watches weren't too large. So I think 39mm by 46mm lug-to-lug distance is the perfect sizing. And overall, it sits pretty comfortably on the wrist, and it's not overly thick, so you can easily slide it under the cuff of pretty much any shirt. My jean shirt has a pretty narrow cuff and it still slides no problem. As far as the movement powering this watch is the Miyota 9 Series 9122 to be exact. It beats at 4 Hz and it comes with roughly 42 hours of power reserve. And of course, this is a pretty reliable movement that is easy to service and it's pretty accurate. I'm getting within 5 seconds per day. The only negative of these 9 Series Miyota movements is the rotor noise, and this watch is no exception because it's unidirectional rotor action. It spins in one direction a lot more aggressively, and you can definitely hear it. And you can also feel it on your wrist. It's something to get used to for sure. Overall, I think Depancel did a great job with this watch. I like the design quite a bit. The quality is good, it feels good in your hand, and it wears pretty comfortably on the wrist. The only big complaint I have about this watch is of course this misaligned date wheel. And as far as the pricing goes, $750 I think is a reasonable price for a watch like this. I appreciate you watching this review all the way until the end. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the YouTube channel for more videos like this in the future. And let me know what you think about this model in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.